one of the most beautiful places on earth, Lake Como, here in Italy. It's in the northern part of Italy, about 1 hour away. A few spots in Lake Como. Enjoy the beautiful lake, see all the wonderful views. This is where Hollywood films were made. I'm Ariel, this is Urbanist. Let me know where you're watching from, and look at the majesty of Lake Como. Today I will be showing you that beautiful majesty here as the sun shines at the lake in the north. Italy, the 5th deepest in Europe, deepest outside of Norway, because Norway claims all 4 deepest lakes in Europe. And look how gorgeous this is. Wow, the mountains right by the lake. And we're trying to make it over by a famous Hollywood set, which I am so excited to potentially show you. Right now we're heading towards this town of Leno on the ferry. This is the ferry, and look at the magnificent views. The entire lake is in the shape of a Y. And here, down there, we can see Bellagio there in the distance. And the light is truly amazing. Look how the light is shining. Absolutely mind-blowing. Little kid is staring at me, and then the moment I say, hey, he looks away. Here is beautiful Bellagio. Look at that. Well, we've passed by Bellagio. This is beautiful Lake Como. Look how gorgeous this is. Wow. Hey, Alex. Yasu, you know, Yasu would be in Greece. And this does remind me a lot of Santorini, actually, because of the massive mountains right by the water. Of course, we are in Italy, so it'll be buonasera right now at this very moment, or ciao. So I'm super excited to show you this area of Italy. There's going to be some wind noise. My microphones aren't working, and unfortunately I don't have the ability to replace them at the moment, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless, despite the wind. So beware with your microphone. But I've been wanting to go to Lake Como, and as I mentioned in the previous broadcast where we visited 2 cities of Ravenna and Bellagio, of course I'm pronouncing it the American pronunciation, they were magnificent, and this brings an end to the honeymoon tour of 2021. I visited places that I would go on a honeymoon tour, or will go at some point on a honeymoon. That's Santorini, that's Rome, that was Positano and Capri, and now we are at Lake Como. So enjoy, let me know where you're watching from, and let's see how we can get around the lake. I don't know how we're going to get around the lake. We're winging it. That's the beauty of travel. I'll tell you a little bit about the history as well. Look at that. I almost feel like I need to cue up the Jurassic Park theme song, because I feel like I'm in Jurassic Park with these views. Frances, estamos ahora en el lago di Como, en el norte de Italia. So we're in Lake Como. Como, sorry. I mistakenly have said Cuomo. So not to be confused with the governors of New York, the father and son. So right now we're located in northern Italy, about 1 hour away from Milan. And here's a view of how far away it is from Milan. So we see Milan right there in the bottom, and we're about an hour north via train. I went to Verona via train from the Milano Centrale station, Central Milan station. It was a total of €10 I paid for the premium ticket. The regular ticket was about €670. These are the cities of Lake Como. We have visited Verona and Bellagio in the previous video, and now we are heading towards the city of Leno, or the town of Leno, which I think this might be the stop, so bear with me. Did you see any dinosaurs? No, it feels like I'm in Jurassic Park with these views right now. Brian says that's cheap. Yeah, I mean, once you're in Italy, you're not gonna spend much money traveling around with these magnificent views. Look at that. The water is moving. Oh yes, it's very windy here today, indeed. Yeah. All right, let's see what stop this is. Bear with me. Scusa, is this Leno? No? Okay. Grazie. 2 stops? Grazie. All right, so 2 more stops. They weren't announcing it, so I had to make sure. I'm gonna stick down here. So there's a lot of German travelers, and if any Germans are tuning in, I know I have a few Germans. They tend to stare, and there was a kid staring at me the entire past 5 minutes there, and I said hi, and he kept looking away and then staring again. So I don't know why people stare here in Europe. So many cultures. In America, usually it's considered rude after a while. So let me stick down here where there's no little German kids staring at me. There's a water plane, let me see. There we go. A seaplane. So we got 2 more stops left. Hey, Ronald. So right now, if you are watching, the price of admission for this ferry ride is that you press that like button on YT and you share this on FB. Patricia says they're wondering who the heck you're talking to. Indeed, but you know, there's a limit. There's a limit where you stare wondering who the heck this person's talking to. After you say hi to them twice, I think they should stop staring. I'm not sure, but let me know what you think. That's in America, usually it would be considered staring too long. Even if no matter how weird the person is. Once you say hi, acknowledge the other person. It's usually considered rude beyond that point.
Tre mezzo.
Is this Venice? 1 hour north of Milan. Poo Slinger said, I told off a staring kid on a boat in Paris and he cried but left me alone. Yeah, unfortunately sometimes certain kids don't have proper manners. That's okay. Can't take it too personal. And sometimes cultures are very different indeed. Sometimes staring in other cultures is not seen as rude as it is in American culture. And Lauren says, next time to a German kid, I have to say, Guten Morgen. What does that mean? That's, do let me know what that means. So Lake Como has been a villa retreat for thousands of years. You know when they say, oh my God, tourism, oh, it's ruining the place, oh, damn tourists. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there have been tourists here since ancient Roman times. Pliny the Younger, which was the nephew of Pliny the Elder, who died in Mount Vesuvius trying to rescue a friend of his. And Pliny the Younger witnessed the eruption of Mount Vesuvius, and he's the one who ended up making one of the most in-depth first-person accounts of the eruption back in 79 AD. A few years later, towards the later end part of his life, he ended up opening up 2 villas here. One of them was called La Commedia, which was kind of the comedy. I'm not sure why he called it that. That's where rich Roman aristocrats started hanging out here and becoming tourists in Lake Como. Tourism in major lakes in Roman times was also a big thing, with Caligula building a massive villa on a boat. Not in this lake, but in the lake nearby Rome. So you can just imagine ancient Romans hanging out here. Janice says, kids are kids, say hi to them. I tried. I said hi to the kid twice. He looked away and then kept on staring. Did not even say hi back, the little kid. I did not point the camera at him, by the way. He did not even say hi back. He looked away, did not acknowledge me, and kept on staring. Hence, in my book, that's rude. No matter how old you are. But Lake Como in the past decade or so, it has become very famous because it's known as being the summer retreat for one of the most famous actors in the world, one of the highest paid actors for quite a while on TV, the star of ER, George Clooney himself. He has a summer retreat here a little bit further down in the lake. We stayed at Lago di Garda in our last trip in Italy. Definitely visiting Como next trip. Yeah, let me know. How does Garda compare to Como? Como, let me know. It's starting to get cloudy. Whoop. Hey, John C. Nice to see you here. Welcome, John C. I'll get there. Balbinello. I might be mispronouncing that. It's the place featured in Star Wars Episode 2. Sharpie Diesel, hey, nice to see you again. Be my dream vacation. As well, so I'm glad I am able to share it with distance. Star Wars Episode 2. There is a scene where Anakin Skywalker professes his love to Princess Sand because it's rough. Very funny scene as well. Very interesting movie. And then also Casino Royale. This is where James Bond stays to like recover with the Ava. Fun. I'm definitely having fun. Very nice thumbnail. Thank you so much for the thumbnail. Right there, that is one of the fair cities by 10 p.m. or by Barena that I can get to, that I can take the train back to Milan. Ariel 007. Yeah, I've been going to a lot of places featured in the Casino Royale film, yeah. First Star Wars location I visited. I don't think I've ever been to a Star Wars location. This will be the first Star Wars location. Let's zoom in. Someone leave me the quote. Ranting about sand in this very romantic moment with Princess Leia. Or supposedly romantic. You know. George Lucas is the quote. I would love to read it out loud. Hey everyone, bear with me. Bear with me. I gotta remove my sunglasses because it's very dark and I can barely see the screen. The sun is now being covered in clouds. I heard that there's a thing called rain. It's been a long, long time. Rain. And I don't know. I wonder how water falling from the sky feels like again. It's been a long, long time. Rain. It's a fuzzy memory. Wow. It was another life back then. Another life. Looks like you're having the time of your life. You know, going to these locations, I highly recommend coming to these places. I'll show you the views in a bit. Just gotta put the camera down. Still don't have a cameraman. But if anyone wants to be a cameraman on my live videos and go to all these wonderful locations, maybe one day I'll put up a job posting. Let me know, what should I require of my cameraman? It doesn't have to be could be a man, woman, any type of gender. Camera person. Switzerland, it won't be in my trip. I am ending with Italy. Irene says, is that a new word? Rain? Yeah. Kind of remember it. The memory is a little bit fuzzy about rain.
Leno.
Leno, okay. To try.
Ramezzo, Villa Carlotta, San Giovanni Bellagio.
This feels, says the. Yeah. I'm still a little bit dizzy from it. So if you're curious, watch the previous video after this one to see more of Lake Como. Just mention it. Yes, Varena and Bellagio are already taken care of. Yeah, I already showed them. So you can watch both of them in the video after this one. So to the Villa Balbinello. I have no idea. Oh, bad service here. Villa Carlota, you know, I don't have enough time. So it is very evident that if you are doing Lake Como for a day trip, come very early. I earlier because it was 263 closed for that, so I did not want to come in. So I came in a little bit, but Lake Como for a day or two, staying in an Airbnb, and there's plenty of Airbnbs and a few like Varena and Como itself. Yeah, bad service here. Oh no. Clemens says Staten Island. Kind of looks like it. But let's stick around, go a little bit slower, and look at those magnificent mountains. The clouds are gathering. Yep, clouds are gathering. The bay is gorgeous. Oh yes. All right. Hey, are they, Paola? Oh. I already visited the Alps. Disfruta mucho. Qué belleza, dice Nomades. Enjoy it. How? What beauty, says Nomades. Oh, yes. Sí, es una belleza estando aquí. Que yo he visto aquí en mi vida. No, we have some tough competition. We have Capri and we have Santorini. Tough competition. And of course, Saudis, where I went with Mary Jane. Tough competition. Clement says, are you going back to New York? Who knows? Who knows? You will see where I shall be. Did we see George Clooney's house? No. George Clooney's house, I'm not sure how to get to. It's not really open to the public. We have to go through a private tour. We will have to go through a private tour and maybe into it. But the coffers are open for anyone who wants to sponsor some type of private tour. It could be a water taxi to Como, so we can see almost the entire half of the lake, because we won't be able to go to the north. The north from the middle lake all the way to the where we can see George is in Laglio. Let me know how to pronounce Italian. Wow. Okay, awesome, Ugo. Thank you so much for recommending it. Do you know any boat tours here? Beautiful places I've seen in my life. We have Rini are also immensely gorgeous. Ugo says this. I gotta get back to Milan at some point. Wow. Tracy sent 100 stars. Thank you. John, have I been to Vietnam? No, I have not. Not yet. I do want to go to Vietnam. It's one of the places in Asia I would most want to go. Wendy says this is a couple's paradise. Indeed it is. Artoon, thank you so much for the stars, Artoon. Trud. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. There's a trolley ride. There's a trolley right here. You could go. Oh, you could go from Leno to Menagio. Menagio is convenient because there's ferries that go to many of the main spots. Wood motorboat tour. Oh, thank you so much. I'll keep an eye out. Wow. This place is very full. Gelato. Oh, okay. Let's get over there. Let's get to Via del Balbiniello. 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 Ooh, wow. Tongue twisters. Say that 10 times. Coming from Kiki, I assume from the mountains. Ugo, yes, that's where we're heading to. Have I seen anyone play bocce ball in Italian? But no, I have not seen anyone. Kat says I say everything in the Spanish. Everyone, bad service. I know people really like things to be pronounced very well. I don't put pronunciation or learning the language in top priority because I do a whole lot of other things. I'm planning where to go. I'm getting to those places. I'm learning about the history. I am doing all these things. Pronunciation is really not in my top priority. So I apologize for anyone who really wants to hear perfect pronunciation. Not my top priority, unfortunately. But I'm doing my best to learn as I go on. But I hope you enjoy nonetheless the views. Who's complaining? Fortunately, a lot of people are complaining. It's quite a intense amount of complaining I've received. Not more on TikTok than anywhere else. Explanations here, but here it says the tower of the villa, according to historians, was built between 14th and 15th century. So we're seeing 14th, 15th century, well, 13 to 1400s, and it was not because of war, but for fiscal reasons linked to levy taxes. The tower was restored in the 20th century. Oh, that's so interesting. So Balbiniello used to be a Franciscan monastery, so around. Are there vernaculars here? Oh, I don't know, Janice. I have not seen the vernacular here. I don't think there's many towns up in these mountains, but do let me know if there's towns in the immediate vicinity of Lake Como in the mountains. But from looking around right now, very few. But look, we see a few houses. Let's zoom in. I know Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, but Return of the Jedi? Really? Seeing. So there's a few houses scattered in the mountains. That building is might have been a antenna, but couldn't quite tell, and now the clouds are covering it. But yep, there's a few houses in the mountains. Okay, so Ugo, yeah. It's, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones was filmed here. The original ones are filmed somewhere else. I think they might have been filmed in the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. Camilla was my all-time favorite between by your name. No, there's a boat service right here.
Due o tre volte, ma sono stata io che ma vedevo un sacco di gente.
Oh, ma aspetta i sassi, aspetta i sassi,
Io non so come farlo fare adesso, siamo andati. Cioè, sistemare.
Beh, Tato, perché lui mesta che tu peggiori.
Scusa. Okay.
Yeah, 5 o'clock finish.
Do you know anywhere I can get a water taxi?
The feast in Sala Comacina.
And how long does it take to walk to the villa?
From here, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, okay.
Yes, sir.
It's still open, I can still see
No,
some-
because you have the little
Yeah.
gate now from 100 meters.
Ah, the gate.
Oh, ma vediamo. No, sabato e domenica.
All right. Um, 15:10. So 5:10 p.m. to the villa. Water taxis, he said, back to the ferry. Okay, there's bad service here. So I'm gonna go back to the ferry. Let's all go back to the ferry. Unfortunately, the villa is closed. It's tough to...
Dove andiamo? Dove andiamo? Fino là in piazza? Non sta arrivando il temporale? No. Hai capito?
It was 17:10. Sorry, I misspoke. Actually, 17:10. So 5:10 p.m. is the last shuttle over to the villa. It would have been 15 minutes walking, but the gates because they close pretty early.
faccio un video, aspetta, aspetta, da lì, ecco, da lì gira e vieni qua che ti faccio.
Alright,
il
let's
video.
go back to the
Aspetta che
ferry.
passano.
Ferry. Brian says that'll be much appreciated, Brian. Yeah. Especially day trips. Things close a little bit earlier. As we fit a lot of things. Here, since the lake is so massive, to do a bunch of things. Okay. Bad service. Okay, let's go back to the ferry. Como the smells so good. Wow, it smells amazing. Getty. Fresh, small pasta. God, that smells. Damn. Yeah, very bad service here. So watch the previous video if you want smoother service. This video, I'm gonna better service there. No. Even the pauses leave us with a beautiful picture. Indeed it does, yeah. I'm so glad it does. All right. Scusa.
Del mare.
We the next and last boat at 6:42.
6:42. Okay,
It's a slow one,
it's a slow one, and it goes directly to Como City.
more or less.
More or less. More or less.
It's like
But it's okay. Wonderful. And where do I buy a ticket?
over there.
Okay, grazie mille. I appreciate it.
Occhio i piedini. Aspetta, tripolo.
Scusa, ticket for Como City, please.
Como? 640 the boat.
640, yeah.
Aspetta,
Vedi, se non si tratta più vuol dire che tira l'acqua del lago.
No, ma non sta
È
l'acqua.
ottimo.
All right, everyone, I'll be coming back live ferry ride all the way to Como City. And that's about an hour and a half to 2 hours. And that'll give me ample time to take the train back to Milano. So I'll be back at 6:42. Can you guys still hear me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Give us thumbs up. All right. She said more. the order she said, I thought she meant more or less o sabe como se diga. I need to know exactly. Okay, all right, awesome. So this is the risk when it comes to travel. Sometimes you can't know everything for Barbiniero. And when I stopped at Verena and Bellagio, it was so stunning that I did not feel like risking trying to come over here to show. So unfortunately, this was a little bit of a anticlimactic live video, and this happens in travel. So sometimes not everything is going to work out, and that's okay, but at least you'll have gorgeous views. Who knows? Maybe sometimes you won't have any gorgeous views, but in this scenario, at least we have gorgeous views. And not everything always is going to work out. And that said, sometimes as well with the day trip. But make the best of it when you're traveling around. Don't stress it. And here I'm on the spot, of course, because I'm making a live video. There's a practical everything in one go. It's okay, sometimes not everything is going to plan out, but everything is figure out. It's a coin term in a famous TED Talk. Everything's figure outable. So we got here right in time for the last in an hour, and at least we'll get back to Como City, and I can show you the ferry ride over there, permitting that there's service. So that is, and I think since we're going this way, I think we'll be able to pass via Barbiniero. Crossing fingers, we'll be able to see it from the ferry. So I'll see you soon in an hour. And thank you everyone so much for tuning in. Sorry that there was not good service here. Again, the reason I can't promise good service is I'm a one-person team. And I think it's important. People might tune in and, you know, they expect TV quality, production. I'm only one person. I don't have beforehand to test the service with like Cliff for a multi. Cliff is the team who actually go to the locations beforehand. Let me wait for service to come back. So Cliff is going ahead of time to those places, or other team members are going ahead of time to those places. But I don't have the ability to do that here on this trip. And also to test service, there's really no database for knowing if service is going to be good or not. So it's a risk. It's a risk. It's a risk worth taking. Because as you can see, we saw beautiful places like Saudis, in the Alps of Friuli. We've seen some magnificent places because I've taken the risk. I could play it safe and stick only to the main cities where I know there's good service, where I can visit before ahead of time. I could do that. But there's plenty of live streamers out there who cover the places. I love pushing the limit. Everyone has a different way of doing videos. Some people, of course, are showing you places where they already know there's good service, and that's awesome. There's other great live video people out there here who do vlogs. There's a guy actually who is a Vegas vlogger who came over here, Lake Como, and did a vlog, and they're editing. That's cool too. Because I've shown you a cave. I showed you the Friulian of Mexico City and Xochimilco. I've shown you, despite sometimes being so interesting seeing live. Live is something special. It's something so special. So take the risk. So everyone, that's here. And wait for the service once again. And Linda, thank you so much for 100 stars. Everyone, keep being awesome. And always keep on exploring. I'll see you one. I don't know if this ferry ride is going to have good service. Here, we're going to try it anyway. But it might be deeply fulfilling for some other viewers. Here on Urbanist, we're pushing the limits of live streaming. So everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. See you soon on the ferry ride to Como City. Have a great day, everyone. Buonanotte. Or, buon surata. Arrivederci. See you soon.